back with another video. We got to talk about it on this Monday morning after Easter. Did you guys enjoy your Easter weekend? Because ironically, the Pope died early this morning. I don't know if that means something to a lot of you, but you just had what they call the Christians' main religious holiday. And the Pope expires, and you got all this crime, all these different things going on in the world. But today, we're going to talk about, did Donald Trump weaponize the judicial system? Because on the left, they say that he's a fascist. He's weaponized the judicial system. They say he anti-black. He's coming for your Social Security. He's coming for your Section 8. He's coming for all these different things. But did he weaponize the judicial system? Because since the founding of this country, the judicial system legalized slavery. The judicial system legalized manifest destiny, which was colonization of other countries. What's up? What's up, Flames? So if we know that from the beginning of this country, the judicial system was weaponized against the Native Americans, the judicial system was weaponized against the actual patriots. Do you know that the king over there in Egypt, not Egypt, in the UK, I think it was King George, he outlawed George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and the rest of them. When they signed the Declaration of Independence, they signed it under penalty of death. The king was saying that he was going to send the British troops over there to the colonies, bring them back, hang them, torture them, and spread their body parts to the four corners of the British Empire. So the founding fathers was considered outlaws, criminals, revolutionaries. They even called them terrorists because of how they was attacking the British Empire over taxation without representation. So now, good morning, Volo Television. So now they want to tell you that the weaponization of the judicial system started with Trump. Really? And then the Democrats who fought to uphold slavery, the Johnny Rebs, the Confederacy, they fought their own cousins and brothers and friends just to maintain slavery. And then when they lost, they created the Ku Klux Klan and Jim Crow and redlining to try to reel their slaves back in. And this is the same party on the left that continues to put black people out as their representatives. And if anybody else in this chat find that crazy, that black people are so democratic that they forgot totally that the Democrats fought to uphold slavery and to keep them in chains. And when that didn't work, they created the Ku Klux Klan. When that didn't work, they started doing redlining. And it was the federal government then. They hated Abraham Lincoln. They hated him. They hated Abraham Lincoln so much, they were saying that he was a ninja and he was this and he was that because of the Emancipation Proclamation, because he freed you. And then they want to start the civil rights movement and say that you're not free. How you not free? You can leave. And I'm not telling anybody that they should leave this country, but you can leave, or you can have some type of positive dialogue that ain't race baiting and is not country hating and hating a nuclear family. It's like this country is being overran by some devils. I see we got another troll. We got another troll named Luke. Y'all see that? These people is weird. Look how they attack any conservative voice. Any voice that can speak about some type of common sense. Common sense tell you that the left is unhinged. They promoted termination of pregnancy to you all the way to the 8th month, a whole baby. That they can do whatever with the fetus, the embryo, the parts, the stem cells, all that. And it's crazy. And it's a liberal here. I don't know if that's a bot. These lies be exposing their mentality. This guy say he get queer vibes from me. He know he lying. Ain't nobody never said that. In my whole 59 years, all of a sudden, when I start speaking, then is this? That's because these people is twisted. These people is twisted. They have gotten to the point that they believe right is wrong, evil is good, and they just pushing this agenda. So they want to say that Donald Trump and his administration is instituting the weaponization of the judicial system. Who remembers look at this, Yoda. This is crazy. This is crazy. Really? Really? I'm not even gonna entertain the chats. If y'all in the chats, y'all deal with these people, y'all watch what they saying. Cause it's crazy. Somebody named Yoda, this dude is my ex over. This is crazy. But I want y'all to look at CNN. CNN is gonna have this discussion with Abby Phillips and Scott Jennings. And they really want to say that the tariffs and the things that Trump is doing in America is racially motivated, not economically motivated, not globally motivated, but just this man hate black people, so his whole administration and everything he's doing is about the destruction of the black community. Man, I gotta get me some moderators. Cause Yoda, this weird person, is trolling the hell out of me. But I digress. So let's listen to CNN or listen to their discussion. Check this out. This is for fair usage under the 1976 Copyright Act for commentary and education.
Tonight, do as Donald Trump says or else. The president who complained about the government being weaponized against him.
Turning the law itself into a weapon for partisan
Persecution turns the government into ammo to help his allies and punish his perceived enemies. Plus, shock and alarm. A judge accuses the Trump administration of lawlessness and warns of a virus spreading in American government.
Now, I'm only going to interject right here because I want you to see how Abby Phillips is framing it. She's saying that Trump is a dictator. She's saying Trump is overriding the judicial system. But Trump is the president, the commander-in-chief, the chief executive officer. And what about his policies really threaten the citizens? Everybody who was under threat is a politician. It's somebody that was benefiting from USAID, benefiting from the fraud, the waste, and the abuse that was going on in the government. And they screaming bloody murder. So how many of you as regular citizens feel that way? Do you feel like Trump has weaponized the judicial system against you? Yes or no? Because I remember the 94 crime bill and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, when they all weaponized the judicial system against black people. The Democrats. You don't remember Joe Biden being on the House floor saying that we had to be brought to heel. We would turn school system into racial jungles. If we ain't vote for him, we wasn't black. We forgot that. And we say that it's Trump, when in all actuality, when has it ever been Trump? I want y'all to listen to the dialogue, and you can see why mainstream media is over. Nobody trusts mainstream media anymore because it's this how they present the issues. Check them out.
Also, anatomy of a tragedy. A judge accuses the Trump administration of lawlessness and warns of a virus spreading in American government. Also, anatomy of a tragedy.
It's just chaos.
A gunman turns Florida State's campus
Shots ring out. You're like, is that construction going on?
into a firing range. And the president wants the Fed to play limbo with tariffs and says he can throw the chairman overboard if Jerome Powell doesn't lower the rates. Live at the table, Ashley Allison, Scott Jennings, Batia Angar Sargon, Jamel Hill, and Roy Wood Jr. Americans with different perspectives aren't talking to each other, but here they do. Good evening, I'm Abby Phillip in New York. Let's get right to what America's talking about. Donald Trump's weapon of choice. Tonight, the president is a potter and the government is his clay. And he's shaping it how he chooses, depending on whether he wants to help or hurt. Now, if that sounds a little off to you, that your taxpayer dollars shouldn't fund crusades targeting people, well, it might be because candidate Trump and his allies warned about weaponizing government at every turn.
ChatGPT, what's a future-proof business in 2025?
It's called weaponization. The radical left Democrats are turning the law itself into a weapon for partisan persecution. It's persecution. But we have a weaponized Department of Justice and weaponized FBI, including, of course, the raid on Mar-a-Lago.
We must not criminalize dissent or demonize political disagreement.
Pandora's box is open. And that means that I can do it too, and I don't want to do it.
But now that Donald Trump has the power to weaponize government, he is doing it. He's doling out punishment following Look at what's happening at the IRS, where plans are being status, where Doge is tapping into taxpayer data for.
Now, this how duplicitous they are. Who got a problem with Trump firing IRS agents? The people that's been auditing you. The people that go through your personal finances with a fine-tooth comb and harass you. They shaping a narrative to a point to where you really have to look at the liberals sideways. They are so corrupted in their thought process